Hi folks, I'm back. Yeah. Right. Well, I've got this stripped down. This is part 2 of the RG31. Sorry, RG30 by Dansette. This belongs to Phil. As part of the work I'm doing for him. Well, I've just had a look through my stash, and I was after a 686, which I've got, and I was also after a 6. What the fucking hell's that? A 6AQ6, which is what the circuit calls for. So we've got them, so we'll put them in there. And there's Phil's originals, which I will try anyway. Both of them won't be foot, but I think it's the audio output one that is. But we'll go through it first and find out if there's any other problems. But so I don't get mixed up with, especially with the small one, leave them there. I know them ones I've got are good because they were kept for that reason. Right, so I'm quite pleased the fact I've got those. And what we want to do, we want to get the capacitor tester back out. Because we've got some caps to check. I'll better get both testers out so that I can check the capacitors in the radio as well. Right. So let's zoom you in a little bit. Right. I charged my radio control tripod up earlier as well. Thing is though, it won't work without the aerial up. That's just a weather bulletin. Oh, hang on. Fucking dopey ass. I should turn the fucking, pardon me for wobbling. It should work without the aerial up this. I mean, the thing's only there. You have to be practically on top of the fucking thing. Let's see if I can just fucking put the aerial part the way up. Yeah, look at that. Put it all the way up. There we are. There we go. Get you nice and centred. Right. Could be the battery in that's a bit low as well. Doubt it though. Anyway. Right, this has had 3 capacitors replaced. I'm not sure whether this has been in before, and I did that years ago. I can't remember. I mean, a few of these things have passed my hands, passed through my hands. I mean, anybody could have done it, but what we need to do is disconnect that capacitor there, because that hasn't been replaced, and really it needs to be. Well, it probably hasn't gone, but for reliability, then I think it should be replaced. And these ones in the radio, I think they should be replaced. What value are them in the radio? .1s. Yeah, I've got them in. I've got them. So I think I've got a couple of them knocking about. I think they're here. I think these are the fuckers here. That one's got no fucking writing on. Yeah, 100 NF. If my memory serves me, that equates to fucking 0.1 microfarad. So yeah, we'll be able to do that as well. Recap the radio. So we've got the capacitors for that. This fucker here should be fucking about 12 volts, 25 volt, 12 UF by 25 UF by 12 volts or something, or the other way around. So what we'll do, we'll nip this one out and get the sucker on it. Just whee. Blocks up my sucker a bit, that. There we go. Right. We've got enough of that off to lift it out. Or no. It's desoldered, well, more or less. Just held on by a thread. Because it isn't even looped, it's just pushed through that resistor. So let's lift it off, come on. I'll say it's looped through, it looked like it was looped through. Oh, hang on. Oh, I know what they've done. It's not looped through the resistor. It's actually fucking, the resistor soldered to the capacitor soldered to the board. So, lift that. There we go. Yeah, that's floating. There we go. Now, let's lift the capacitor. There we go. Feel very fucking... Right, so, what is it? 25 volts by 25 microfarads. So let's find one. 25 volts by 25 microfarads. We should have one of them in stock. Let's have a shufty. Yeah, I'm nearly, well, I normally put a 22 in. 22 UF. These are 22s. And what voltage is it? 50 volts. While I've got the electrolytics, let's see. Let's see if this other one in here. See if that's 12. See if that's 12 volts. 250 volt. What's the value? Oh, that's 4 UF. 250 volt at 4 UF. Fuck me, that's a strange one. Alright. Now, let's take this one out. This only goes to the, just check and see where it goes. Goes to here, just past that resistor. Well, these are fucking thought it did. Goes to there, that's where it goes. Goes to here. Hello, Graham. Mr. Trumpton? Who's Trumpton who? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Duncan. Yeah, hang on, hang on, let me just pause the fucking video. Hang on, I'll be back in a minute, folks. I'm being mithered. That was my mate, Graham. Yeah, why couldn't he have rung me earlier while I was having a shite and I had plenty of, I had plenty of time to talk to him. Yeah, so I think that bastard. Just lift the leg up, there we go. Now let's just suck it off. A girl said to me earlier, while I was walking scrap, she says, hey, there was a flasher around here earlier. Yeah. I said, what, a fucking flasher around here? She said, yeah. I said, fuck off. A fucking flasher around here. Fucking hell. By the time he fucking hell, he wouldn't have a chance to close his mat before he'd have a mouth round his bell end. Right. Yeah, fucking flasher. Yeah, right. We don't get flashes around here, fucking hell. Who wants to go around flashing in the United Kingdom anyway? It's fucking freezing. Yeah. There used to be that guy that used to go around the world, didn't he? That streaker, a man and a woman. Used to go to the tent, used to go to the cricket matches and everything. 32.8 free, and that's 11 ohms. Wow, that's high. And what should it be? It should be 25 microfarads, so that's out of spec. That's another one consigned to the fucking dustbin. Let's get this fucking new one put in. Right. It's probably not even the fucking valves, it's probably that fucking capacitor. Fucking pulling everything down. Oh, that might not fucking reach. Wow. It's a bit of a fucking distance. Because it has to go from there. Where does the resistor go? Well, the resistor goes on the top of the fucking board. So this has to go through. This has to come to this end. That has to go through. This is going to be, and it has to be bent at the end. Get me pliers so we can be precise. And I've just dropped one of my tools, that is. I'll just bend down and pick that fucker up. Yeah, I've spent a bit of time today, folks, tidying the workbench. I need to think about tidying the rest of the workshop, but the bench will do for now. There we go. Now, will that reach? Do I have the ability to make this work, or am I just jerking off? And we all know where we've heard that, don't we? Yeah. It does actually fit, believe it or not. It does actually fit. It's a pain in the ass, but it does actually fit. What I need to do is lift this resistor up, or failing that, no I don't. I need to get a kink in this wire, in this lead out wire, and this is not the most of the easiest things to do, but we've got that fucking big dobbin on and off switch in the fucking way, and now it's fucking fell out. Come on, you cunt. Come on. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to feed it through there first. See, make sure that we've got enough to go through that fucking hole, which we have. Now I'm going to solder it in position on that resistor. Oh, it goes through the board and all, doesn't it? Oh fuck. It goes through the resistor and through the board. Oh, this is going to be fun. I know what you lot are all thinking. You're all thinking the fat fucker hasn't taken it into account. But you'd be fucking wrong. The fat fucker is well aware of what he's doing. There we go. I think that's just dropped neatly in the hole, to be honest. Push that resistor down. Yeah, I think we're in. Yeah. And get that to just reach to that side. And get my tool and just push it slightly. We're only a fraction away from the hole. Make sure I put this fucking thing in the right way, and all I have done. Because the red went up this end. There we are. Right. As long as we're in that side, I ain't fucking bothered. I can always fucking put a piece of wire through to get this side. Right. There we go. That's in that side. Push that down. There we go. And that should give us a bit of clearance. What I'm thinking of doing, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to move this resistor out of the way. I'm going to put this into the hole. Don't fucking reach into the fucking hole. Now. That's pushing the laws of fucking physics, that bastard. If I can't get it, I'll have to just put a fucking piece of wire coming up through the hole. Now, have we got that through? No. It was nearly through, but not nearly as you say is not good enough. Let's try and put a little bit of a bend in the end of the wire. See if that'll do it. There we go. That should go through the hole if it's possible. If it's not, it won't go through. Yeah, that's gone through. Actually, that's quite good. Has it made it all the way through for me to get a solder onto it? Put a blob of solder on and push it through. There we go. Probably even in there now, that. There's always fucking one, isn't there? Stay there, you cunt, I'm trying to fucking push it in. There we go. I mean, we only need to make it, only needs to make the connection. Oh, you can't add that in then. Yeah. Yeah, we don't get flashes here in the United Kingdom, it's too fucking cold. They whinge about getting cold. Yeah. You can see the joint. It's not coming through enough. And that's... ouch. I'm going to have to put a piece of wire through that, I'm afraid, folks. Yep. Have to put a piece of wire through that. So let's clean the hole back out. Some solder's actually gone through the hole, but put a piece of wire through it. Right. What voltage is this? 16 volts, got millions of them. I did have a fucking wire cutters out before that. It's just... there we go. Put that into the hole. Bend it over. Oh yeah, bastard, where's that gone? Fucking landed on the table and bounced off. I hope it's landed on my knee. That's history, innit? Gone. I think this time I'll solder the top side up first. So basically I want to solder and solder them two together. There we go. Solder them two together. That's the only way I can do it. Just heat that back up. There we go. That cunt was in then. Come on, you cunt. Oh shit. This is a fucking nuisance. We're on the hole. This is a fucking nuisance. There we go. Nope. Okay. The problem is I can't operate my fucking right hand with an implement in it. It's difficult. We're on the fucking. Let's move that over there a bit. That's straighten this back out. There we go. Getting it through is no problem. Right, it might have been easier to fucking just do it this way and burn my fingers in the first place. There we are. Yeah. Let's just go. That's him soldered into place. Bend that over so it looks, just to make it look neat. There we are. Right. So that's the capacitor replaced there, that's that one done. Now, four UF at 250 volts. Yeah, okay. Alright. .64 UF at 70 volts. Wow. This is a bag I got off Jay ages ago. Oops. Loads of different ones in this. So let's have a look. See we've got one at 200 fucking volts. I mean them, they're too fucking big. That's 25 volts at 470. Let's see what it reads. These are all brand new by the way. But let's just test a couple while we're at it. They might be well out of spec because they've not been used. Also, yeah, 25 volts at 470. That's 803 UF, that's not bad, and it's 0.08 ohms. It's not bad. I'm not going to test them all, I want to just find one and put in that. 40 volt, 150, I don't think there'll be one here. Let's have a look. 64 volt, 64 microfarad, 70 volts. Yeah, what's this fucker here? That's .250 UF at 25 volts. Fucking other way around I want. Jesus. 64 UF. These ITT ones, these are all going to be the same value. But that's no great problem because these fuckers, that one in, that's 10 volts at 470 microfarad, and he did one of them. He did one of them the other week. Trouble was, when I needed one, I couldn't find this bag. 40 volts now. Don't think this is going to help me out. 16 volts. These big ones, these are all fucking, what do you call it? 25 volts at 470 UF. They're all designed for solid state stuff. I think all these are intended for use in solid state. Because they're all, yeah, all them ITT ones. To sort this bag out at some point, but not now, we're doing a repair, so we just want to get what we want. Yeah. What's this one? Bet that's the same as that one. Yeah. 25 volts. I'll have to have a look if we've got a 200 volt electrolytic. There won't be one in this lot. It was worth a look. I've got a 10 UF one, but it's too fucking, can't put 10 UF in instead of 25, or instead of 4. It's too much. Well, I probably could actually, but too much I think. I'll probably end up doing that, because I do want to do a recap on it, because I don't want it coming in again. Well, I'm not in this century anyway. So what we'll do, we'll put this bag over there and mark that down for sorting. Right, let me put this other tray away and see if I've got anything at the voltage I need and the microfarad I need. I've got 4.7 UF, fucking millions of them. But have I got the one at the right value? There's 50 volts. .7 UF, 350 volts. It's a second hand one though. Right, that's a second hand one. I don't really want to put a second hand one in. Let me have a look in my box up here. I've got another box up here. If I have to, I'll put second hand one in, but I mean the second hand one I've got is newer than the one that's in there. Let's just see what it reads. Because at least if I haven't got one in my box, if it reads, then I'll... Yeah, 4.7 UF to 350 volts. At least if it reads. I want to be a bit higher on the voltages on them anyway, because I'm changing the rectifier. .410 UF, 1.91 ohms. So that's just under 2 ohms, isn't it? So not overfilled about using that one. Right, we'll start with this one. It's only 50 volts. What are these ones? .7 at 160 volts. I've already seen the value of one of them, 200 microfarad. That won't do it. Wrong voltage. We'll look at this one. .10 volts, I think. Hello, Phil. Yeah, I did. It's a good job I didn't put that valve in, which I wouldn't have done anyway. Hi folks, I'm back. A few hours have passed. I was on the phone to Phil, the owner of this Dansette, and the other ones that I've been fixing apart from my own, which I fixed. Right, so we've done. Right, where we left it off, we'd done this capacitor here, which is now in and sorted. So we've now got to do this one here, and I was looking through my stash, wasn't I, to try and find one. Otherwise I'm going to put that second hand one in. Because that second hand one's in good nick, but I'd like to put a new one in if I've got one. So let's see what we've got here. Hang on. Oh, pardon me. Where the fucking hell's the value on this thing? 35 volts, 370 microfarad. Oh, that's not good. Too fucking low. 100 volts. Not enough voltage, so it's no good looking at the value. 350. Oh, there's one. 350 volts, 4.7 mic. Yeah, so we have got one. Thought we might have. What's this one, just out of interest? Looks like 160. Let's just double check this fucker. Oh, hang on. Can't really see out of that clear. Might be 160 volts, not fucking 360. I've got to put a fucking 200 in it. Oh, it's 160, bastard. Just tighten me fucking main magnifier up. There we go. It's 160. Let's get this fucker back out again. Bastard. That's fucking 160 and all. And this one. 35 volts, 220 UF, that's 2.9 microfarad. What about this? 35, 220 volts. Let's have a look at these little ones here. 10 UF, 50 volts. Don't think I'm going to be lucky here, am I, folks? 100 UF, 25 volts. What are these fuckers here, these blue ones? See what these fucking things are. 50 volts, 22 microfarads. These ones here, I think these are only low. Yeah, 1 UF at 50 volts. So what's that blue one? Let's see what a couple of these are. 25 volts. There's a bit of a fat one there. UF, 25 volts. What's that? I saw a blue one in there. I wanted to look at that, but I can't seem to fucking see it now. Oh no, it's here. I'm looking at the wrong one. That's the one I wanted to look at. 100 volts, 0.47. Are these all 0.47 in here? No, 1 UF. I think I've looked at just about everything I've got. 10 volts, 350 UF. Oops. Volts. Oh. Yeah, 25, I put that in the wrong one, and I think I've looked in here. 50 volts, 10 UF, yeah. So I've covered everything in the box. I'll look at that fucker. 100 volts, put 0.47. That'd have been 200 volts if I'd done the job. Never mind. Just put this fucker in, I'm afraid. It's in good nick anyway, and this is 350 volts at 4.7 UF, so it'll do its job. I'd just like to have put a new one in, that's all. But I haven't got a new one, so I mean that's got to be far better than what's in there anyway, so. Right. See where it solders out from the negative, right next to the fucking negative there. Is that one loose? The other one I would assume is either here or here. I think it's here because it goes into the HT line. think that's where it goes. Yep. Right. See which side is negative and which side is positive. Oh. Right, so let's measure this and see what it comes in at. See what it comes in at. 334 UF, which is not bad. Its ESR is 0.59. Let's check the new one. I think the new one comes in about the same, I can't remember. 4.4, 2.2 on the ESR, so it's a bit lower on the ESR, but that's a bit undervalued. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in anyway. Right, so let's get the area cleaned up to take the new component. There we go, the other roll's clean. Right, so what I'll do, I'll stick that through the hole. Oh, let's clip. We'll go for the longest out of the two leads. No, we won't, in case we need that for something else. We'll go for the shortest on the capacitor, the donor that is, the one I've just taken out. What we'll do, we'll put a loop in there. Put a loop in there. And bend that up. The key now. Bend that up. A little bit, there we go. All it needs. In fact, actually I want to come down a little, there we go. Come down a little bit, because now I can push that to the wall, to the body of the capacitor. There we go. And there we have our nice, hopefully long enough lead. Should be. Yeah, bit of solder in the ashtray. Yeah, look at that. There we go. Perfect. Bend that way, and then bend it that way, and hopefully that should fit. Right, the positive goes there, negative goes there, so it goes that way. we go. Oops. Bend that over and bend that one over. That way the fucking capacitor won't fall out when I solder the cunt in. Just make sure we're right. We're happy. We are. That's that. Down. There we go. That's got it. Want to fucking solder that one. Where it's in. Now, I want these fucking waxy fuckers out. Because I've got some new ones of them to go in. They feel horrible and all. And I think that they might be here. Yeah, there it is. It's getting the fuckers out, that's the issue. One out. See, these are 0.1 UF, and I think there we go. Now, let's test this. Use a different tester for this. Ooh. I mean, I'm doing it, so I may as well. I mean, I may as well do them. They may as well be right. May as well be done properly. .110.1 NF, that's a little bit up, but it's not severe. It's only a little bit, but as I've got new ones, I may as well go in. And I will check these before I fit them, they are new. But some tangle of wires. Look at that one. I've never had solder on these. Some tangle on. I think I tangled them because I was trying something with one night, and didn't want to solder it. Hmm. 100 NF. Just make sure we're on the ball. 1.1.5, that's a bit better. So yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, so right, so let's clip this down to the right size to the same size as the other leg. Where's my clippers? Me fucking cutters. Wait a minute, go 80 when you can't put your hand on something but you know it was here. Just fucking used them a minute ago. There my pliers. Where the fuck have I put my cutters? Come on you fucker, where are you? There they are. So, snip them. So that long. And do the same with this one. That's the same value, so don't have to worry about the. I'm not testing this one because I know it'll be. Yeah, they can take up to 650 volts, and what's this one? 350. These can take double that, near enough. So, put the first new one in. Oh, hang on, I haven't cleaned my hole. Sucker. Solder. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm more than happy with that. Just give it a wriggle check. Perfect. Get the other one out. Right, and that one connects to there, I think. Yep. We'll test this one. Right, let's clean the holes out. I think that one's already cleaned. There we go. Pop this one in. go. Right, let's just clip that. Right, let's test this one. Give this a test and see what we get. Probably read okay, but even so, you don't know whether to do that when they're under load in the circuit. 109.7 NF, so it weren't far out, but it wouldn't have mattered too much about not replacing them. But if they're out, since they're out the circuit, they might as well be replaced. You know, if you've got them out, you may as well replace them. Now we've got a rectifier to do. I'm not doing these smoothers because they don't need to be done, they're okay, they were done. But that's not the problem because the radio's working, just no very low sound. So I need to connect a new diode. The negative of it. I'm trying to think where I can put it. I don't want to put it across here. I need to find somewhere to put it. Right. I don't want to put it under the chassis, obviously not. But I don't want to put it near the valves either. So what I'll do, folks, I'm going to disappear for a minute and go see if I can find a piece of terminal strip. If I find a piece of terminal strip, then I'll put it here. I need to find something somewhere mounting it first. So I need the toilet anyway. I need to go for a pee and make a coffee, so I'll be back in 5.